This is Bao TV.
Welcome back to Bao News Network, Bao TV. My name is Wade Lagranat, your correspondent. We're taking a closer look at the topics of today, which are pandemic unemployment benefits, which expired on Labor Day weekend. We're also taking a look at the tropics as far as Hurricane Larry, as well as significant supercell thunderstorm activity in the region of Michigan. We're also looking at Invest 91L, which is a disturbance in the Gulf of Mexico that may be potentially going to be causing hazards for the residents of North Florida as well as Central Florida with additional rainfall. If you're new to this channel, by all means, go ahead and subscribe, like, and share to this video so we can actually get started and take a closer look at what we're actually going to be taking a look at here today. We did want to take a closer look at an interesting spin on the pandemic expiration, and when we look at a recent insert from the libs of TikTok on a Twitter page, one of our favorite Twitter pages, there's an interesting intersection of calamities where we found a landlord who for over 12 months had a tenant who was not paying a dime in as far as rent is concerned, and fortunately for, well, depending on how you look at it, fortunately for this tenant, this landlord was in a position to offer him a job, sort of to kind of cut back on the back rent as well as get caught up. And as it turns out, from what we have reported here on TikTok through this post, and we do see that this landlord offered unemployed tenant a job to pay rent, and the tenant declined and still hasn't received rent for over a year. So if you recall from our previous look at the situation with pandemic unemployment benefits expiring, our previous video update, you'll see that we took a look at different aspects and dimensions with respect to benefits expiring, as well as rents increasing, as well as earnings decreasing, and what does that mean to overall unemployment? Does it impact? So we just wanted to make sure we offered and shared this contribution from Libs of TikTok, and of course there's a link in our description box if you would also like to subscribe to their Twitter page. Pretty interesting takes on a lot of and different spins on a lot of issues affecting us here in our economy, and interesting spins. So we just wanted to make sure we put another spin on the issue regarding pandemic unemployment. As we take a closer look as far as what's actually happening with respect to the weather, there's quite a bit happening across the continental United States. We do see that there is actually a low pressure system anchored in the region of New Mexico, and with that said, we're anticipating that there's going to be a high pressure region that's actually going to be moving through the region, and it's going to be basically hanging over the region, the drought-stricken region of New Mexico, as well as this area going into the rest of the week. As we take a look, we can see that Invest 91L, that's actually just off the Yucatan Peninsula, and it's actually moving potentially to create a significant amount of shower activity for the region of the Panhandle of Florida as well as Central Florida. We are tracking a area of disturbance in the region of Michigan, as well as just north of the region of Iowa, Indiana, Illinois as well as Iowa. And taking a closer look at some of the temperatures across the country, we see Atlanta coming in at 78 degrees, Boise, Idaho, 87. Dallas is 95 degrees with a high of 95, so they're securely in the mid 90s, and there is a high pressure system anchored off the region of the Virginias and the Carolinas right now, and Medford coming in at 84 degrees with a high of 99. New York City, which is trying to pick up the pieces, especially the Queensboro from the results of the flooding recently, a few days, 82 degrees with a high anticipated in the mid 80s. And we are looking at going back to the drought-stricken area of California, Palmdale, California, 101 with a max of 103. And Phoenix, we're seeing a max of 106, but temperatures are currently 101 in that region. With respect to other issues in the region, we are taking a closer look at, we're going to be going to our Doppler radar to actually take a look at some of the significant shower activity in the region of Michigan as well as Illinois and Iowa. We do see some scattered thunderstorms in the region of just north of in North Illinois, that's extending all the way out into the region of Indiana into Michigan. We did see some severe thunderstorm activity just off the lakes in the region also, but we're going to be tracking that area as far as significant storm activity in that region going forward. One of the things we wanted to also take a look at also here, ladies and gentlemen, was Hurricane Larry. We can clearly see from our tracking model here, we do see the forecast of Hurricane Larry. They do have tropical storm warning, wind warnings for Bermuda that went up, and it's anticipated at midday on Thursday they're going to start feeling tropical storm winds and possibly significant rainfall, as those outer squall bands are going to be impacting the island of Bermuda as the system makes its way closer and closer. There is anticipation for increased surf off of the coast of Connecticut, possibly Maine, as well as the Northeast, and this hurricane could actually impact Newfoundland. So this system is actually going to be very, very powerful hurricane that's actually impacting those northern regions. Right now, the hurricane winds are 115 miles per hour with a minimum central pressure of 965, and it's moving at about 9 miles per hour to the northwest. It's basically steering away from the northeast coast of the continental United States. Of course, we cannot deal with any more. We don't want any more hurricane activity, especially when residents are still trying to dig up and pick up the pieces as a result of remnants of Ida that significantly impacted that region. We do want to make sure that you hit the notification bell, because there's anticipated heavy thunderstorm activity in the region of the Northeast towards the latter part of the week, and we'll be providing you with an update with respect to that also. As far as the Invest 91L that's in the Gulf of Mexico, you can actually see it on our infrared radar just in the Gulf of Mexico, heading towards that region towards Florida. Right now we see that the showers and thunderstorms have increased, and actually the system is slowly moving northeastwards to central and northeastward of Gulf of Mexico for the next few days. It does have a 40% chance of formation in the next 5 days, and it's anticipated that it's going to bring significant amount of subtropical as well as tropical force winds, tropical storm force winds, possibly at a very minimum. It may be coming into the region with winds of about 30 to 40 miles per hour, but it's going to inundate the area with additional rainfall, especially in the region of the Florida Panhandle as well as southern Georgia, most likely on Wednesday and Thursday. That is definitely something that we want to keep our eyes on going forward, as far as what to anticipate with respect to this system that's going to be moving in. but we do see it slowly moving into that region, into Florida, possibly in the region on Wednesday and Thursday. It's going to be impacting the region of northern Florida, central Florida. So residents from Orlando all the way up to Tallahassee should anticipate additional rain. As you can see, with respect to the region in the Northeast, this is just a quick look at some of the extreme weather that we're looking at. A Doppler radar here. Right now, we are live on Facebook and YouTube, streaming live, and this is actually from our Doppler radar. You can actually see the severe supercell thunderstorms moving across the region from Springfield, Missouri, all the way up to Detroit. And we see some real powerful supercell activity even along along the region of Chicago into South Bend, also into Fort Wayne. So we're taking a closer look. So as far as the 1 hour storm, 1 hour rainfall measurements in some regions, we're actually seeing, like in Kankakee, we're seeing rainfall up to 2 inches per an hour. Lafayette up to 2 inches per an hour. Champaign up to Champaign, Missouri, up to 2.5 inches per an hour in some regions. And also in Kalamazoo, we did spot on the Doppler radar, rain was coming in at a rate of 1.75 inches. We do see along the waterline there of possible hail coming down, local spotted reports of hail, and also tropical force strong winds in the region of Piura all the way up to South Bend. So we're definitely taking a closer look at a lot of different issues affecting the weather as well as the economy here at Bow News Network. We do appreciate you tuning in to our latest Bow Headline News Report, where we took a unique spin this time as a look from libs of TikTok as far as street tweets that are giving us a little bit feedback as far as pandemic unemployment benefits expiring and how they're impacting those for everyday Americans. And also keep in mind, Hurricane Larry, very, very powerful hurricane, is actually churning its way, and with tropical storm watch warnings for the regions of Bermuda at this time. We do appreciate you tuning in to our latest update from Bow News Network, Bow TV. If you're new to this channel, once again, please subscribe. We do publish daily reports and bring sometimes twice daily, bringing you special updates and special videos with respect to topics and issues that are affecting everyday Americans, including a pretty good, expansive look at the weather across the continental United States. And once again, thank you for tuning in to Bow News Network. We appreciate all of our subscribers tuning in to our YouTube and Facebook live stream. Have a great day, and always remember to bow to the weather. Have a great day.
This is